Okay.
Mm.
Yes, it's starting. Hola, Cristina.
Hola, Olga.
So I'm going to introduce you first in Spanish, and then I'm going to find a way to put subtitles here.
Okay.
So, para mis amigos de México, ella es mi amiga Cristina Chasutaite. Es una compañera que conocí hace muchos años en Suecia. Y bueno, vamos a buscar la manera de poner subtítulos, pero I wanted to do this like more because I know you speak Spanish.
Broken Spanish.
But I wanted to do this more fair, like you speak another. How many languages do you speak, Christina? I love this about you too.
So I speak Lithuanian, my language, Spanish a little bit, Arabic a little bit, Russian, a little bit of, I know a little bit of Italian, Portuguese, and I just love to learn a few words everywhere I go. I love languages. I love to connect with people when I travel. So
Yes.
this is my passion.
Okay.
Thank you. Hola a todos. Muchas gracias para invitarme.
Thank you.
Gracias, corazón.
So beautiful that you're here. So, okay, the reason I wanted to do this interview with you is that I was telling you last time, I believe in soulmates and I believe they're everywhere. And I think it's not just about lovers, it can be friends, family, strangers, right? And in my case, you're one of them because we always match and we balance each other. When we traveled together, I remember everything was like, what do you want to do? I want to have dinner. Oh, me too. I want to go dancing. Oh, me too. I want to relax. Oh, me too. It was so pretty.
Just like a flow.
Yes. And despite distance, language, and cultural differences, we always have been in the same book and in the same page. So it's an honor for me to have this talk with you. I would please ask you to share your name and tell us what you do for a living and your hobbies and all your multiple tasks.
So yes, as you introduced me, I'm Christina from Lithuania, a small country in Eastern Europe. We have just a few million of people, so we are really small. But I love my country. I love to live here. I love the nature we have. I love the space we have. And for a living, for 20 years, I have been working in tourism, in corporate business. Apart from that, now it's the crisis. So I don't do it anymore because of pandemic for a few months. And my hobby, my other work that I do is photography and photographing people, celebrating life. I say in my photography, just showing the beauty of life, showing the beauty of people, their essence, their shining nature, their soul. So this is what I love as well. Also, I cooperate and participate in women's retreats and some spiritual workshops as a photographer. And I used to organize trips for women around the world, starting with India. And now we are a big group. I made this trip 10 years ago, and now we are friends. We have been friends for 10 years. We have a group of sisters after this trip. So it seems, lots of projects going on. Apart from that, I'm a mother and a wife. as well. Yes,
And a
I have a
sister
son.
and a daughter and a woman and
Yeah, and the doors as well. Yes, all the roles like every woman has. So yes, so trying to match it all.
okay. Yes, because 15, yeah, now I know, 15 years ago, it's when
Yeah.
we were looking for parties at Ibiza.
Yeah.
And we were taking pictures around the world. I remember I also wanted to be a photographer. And
Oh,
um, yes,
really?
yeah, I have lots of pictures I have to show you.
I
Um,
didn't know. Maybe I remember something. Yes, from
yes,
the time in when we were studying.
sometimes at one time I was like, yeah, I'm going to study photography in Barcelona or something. One
Oh,
of
that's
my
good.
multiple tasks that I wanted to do too.
Curious about life in many forms.
Yes. But then, yeah, we were like traveling a lot. Suddenly, you started to tell me. I remember this about you, the sacred music festivals.
Mm,
That was something that I remember you told me lots of stories, and that's where you found your husband also.
yeah.
And that inspired me a lot.
Mm,
I don't know what you think, but during all these 15 years, it's like I've been living different lives. Like
yeah.
the girl that was partying with you in Ibiza was totally different when we met in Morocco then. And
Mm,
we were meditating with Brahma Kumaris, I remember.
yeah. In Casablanca.
Yes. And then suddenly we were in Tulum and I was pregnant. That was
Yeah.
7 years ago, the last time I hugged you in person. Short
Mm,
after that, you became a mother too.
yes.
And now we're living in this world, weird world.
Yeah.
I think I am still in lockdown and you're not. And we're meeting through computers talking about
Yeah.
spiritual awakening.
Yeah.
So, tell me about your spiritual awakening. That's really interesting.
Mm. It's a journey. One moment I remember, it was in Paris, that I totally noticed this moment being in the now, and the world started to look in another way. So it's continuous meeting my teachers. I have my guru in India, also going to the power places like in Mexico. I had also one kind of awakening when we went to this pyramid in Cozumel. Just meditating on the stone, I found myself in the space of pure love. And I didn't want to go back to this dense vibration, more dense. And so it has been for some years already that I seem to be more conscious and more awakened. Like you said, we were so different those 15 years ago when we were studying tourism in Sweden and partying in Madrid. I still didn't know myself at that time. Some kind of essence, this happiness, this joy when we were dancing, it was there. We were still, our souls were there, but still not awakened. And step by step, I think with some kind also of painful experiences, you just go inwards and you try to find the answers and you try to find your inner peace and balance and harmony, which is very important for me, and just understanding what I need, what I want, what makes me happy, and going with the flow of life, which is what I love and which is what I do now. So every minute becomes delicious, you know, every moment is appreciated. And of course I still live in the head. I still experience all the emotions, negative and positive, thanks God, being human. But in every situation, I try to see the beauty. I try to see the lesson. I try to appreciate just that I'm alive and that I experience this human experience in this time of the, that the earth is going through the changes, and the earth is awakening. I don't know what you say in Mexico, and moving to another dimension and other vibration. Big changes are happening, and we need to balance in ourselves, I believe. Yeah.
No, yes. That's interesting too, like the information or the different ways of seeing this awakening, like human. I believe in Mexico we talk a lot about this, like we're changing the earth is changing its frequency and we're changing to another dimension, and that's why we're feeling so many things too, and we're like going to the light. In your circle of women, what are you talking about right now? Like about this spiritual changes that we're going through as a human?
It's similar what you say in my circle. Some people are in deep fear, and lots of situations are happening, like losing jobs and economic crisis and so on. But those who are awake seem to be fine. They organize retreats, they try to get back to their heart. For women, it's being in tune with your feminine nature, knowing your cycles, knowing your body, knowing your soul. So lots of retreats are organized in Lithuania at the moment. For the summers, we cannot still travel freely. I see women gather to sing, to dance, to go to sauna. It's just simple ways coming to community, back to celebrating simple things. It's not necessarily you need a luxury, just you need to connect to your heart and with others. And it seems after pandemic, it's still the pandemic, but after in Lithuania quarantine is over, the taste of everything is stronger. You appreciate more the hugs, that you can go outside, you can meet people, and you can be free in this way. It's much stronger now and more appreciated. So it seems in Lithuania, yes, two sides, the negative and the positive, like always.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes, but what I do with my friends, like I said, I just love to meet them, and we do the rituals also for earth healing and for our healing and connecting. And using all kinds of forms. I have a friend who does aura soma. It's with the scents and the colors. Have friends who do all these body practices like qigong, or free dance is popular, ecstatic dance. Just, for a woman, I think it's good to just go into the body, or even going to a sauna. And we have in Lithuania these kind of like branches of trees. In hot sauna, we try to clean ourselves. We lie on the wooden just sauna surface, and somebody's like going through your body, and it's also cleansing ritual. And then we go in the water and we swim, and we put salt and we put honey and we make rituals. So it's something so beautiful to rest. What we need is to give our time to rest, I think, in this crazy situation, to also from thinking and from doing. That's why I was happy in quarantine. On one hand, I didn't need to rush, I didn't need to go anywhere, just to rest and to be at home. It was nice. Yeah.
That is so nice. It's just took me to. I was listening to you and I traveled back in time when we were together in Lithuania and we were dancing with these women in
Yes.
forest near the lake.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember. Oh, so many things we go through together. Short times, but intense experiences. And we went to the forest in yeah, our Baltic Sea in Nida, and we met the fox. She comes close to us, if you remember.
Yeah.
Yes, so it's beautiful. Mm.
And this dances that we did in the forest, is this like I don't know, like ancient
I think it's
practices?
yeah.
It was like paganism or something that I think, right?
No, no, no. It was actually of one system. It's Gurdjieff. I don't know much about it, but you just came and somebody invited us to come to dance. It's a form of meditation. You just need to repeat the movements, and you need to totally also be aware of the moment and of the movements you make. No time to think. You just need to be in the moment to repeat these movements. So this is one kind of dance, but free dance I see is also very popular, just with good music or with no music. The last experience I had was a few days ago. My sister-in-law, my brother's wife, is doing also for women different activities for body work. And we were doing this, she was organizing like in the rhythm of the city. So we were in the center of the square, central square with the fountains, and we were dancing in people walking around, just being in ourselves in meditation and dancing and also feeling the city, you know. So I love these experiences, something new, something which brings you back to your center and brings you new tastes of life. Yes, lots of interesting things are happening. I guess in Mexico too, you have even more.
Yeah, we have this too, like this circle of dancing, women dancing, and well, there's a lot of things. It's so many practices. It's at
Oh,
the,
it's
at
a
the
lot,
end,
yes.
something that I like to tell the people that I work with is that what you just were saying, it's meditation. It's just being in the moment, and we just look for ways to connect. Everyone has a different way to connect. There's people that listen to opera, or they
True.
I don't know, play a game. They, you know, they can be playing football and they're meditating.
Yeah,
It's right there in the
yeah.
they're playing.
Fishing. Yeah, my brother loves
Yeah.
fishing. It's
You do
yeah, you're right.
photography, right? You were
Yeah, for
saying last
me too.
time that for you, photography is a kind of meditation too.
Yeah, for me totally. I always ask the creator to to like to that I hold this energy and that he sees through me, and just being in the moment, noticing the beauty of the person I photograph, or even if it's event, I totally feel and observe and experience this life in full form. So I love it. It's a meditation for me for sure. And I charge. I don't get tired. I just am in this source of energy. You know, when you do what you love, you're just flowing and charging. I think also, and also people feel it. They love it too, because yes, they feel this energy and that you love it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And would you, yeah, also you said something before, and I agree so much. Like, people think that a spiritual awakening is like suddenly you just like get enlightened. no,
Mhm.
or something, and it's like, oh, everything
Oh,
so
it's a bliss.
bliss,
Yeah.
and
Uh,
suddenly you're walking on flowers and
oh,
everything is nice, but in reality it's a very painful
uh,
right? It's like
yeah.
to live uh,
With open heart in the pain, for example, and feeling all this shit, what is happening. Also, it's not only flowers, it's also lots of things happening in this world, which is not so beautiful sometimes, and in our lives. Yes. But I don't consider myself awakened, maybe more conscious. I don't know, maybe like my teacher said, when he, I believe he's awakened, when he, for example, connects with the tree, he becomes one. You just become, you are totally united. Even though I have these feelings like of unity with the world, with another, and feeling, having this empathy. And as you say, what is the difference, conscious or unconscious? You still go through the same stuff and pain, for example, or are the emotions just consciously? nothing nothing changes, just it's more conscious. Yes. Yeah.
and how do you manage to, because it's really easy to be like spiritual and work on your spirituality and meditation and everything when you're in a monastery, right?
Mm.
Or you're alone
Yeah.
and there's nobody around, or like, yeah, I practiced so much before when I was single and had nothing really to do, so it was easy just to do nothing and being everything, right? But how do you manage now that you work, you're a wife,
Mm.
you
Mm.
have a kid, and yeah, like you have so many responsibilities, like big and small, like washing the dishes and
Mm.
having a great life and being a mom and blah, blah, blah. How do you manage this?
Mm. It's always observing myself, my thoughts, my feelings, my emotions. If I start to feel something not very nice, I try to somehow just to transform it if it's possible. um, Doing many, I don't know, just living in this moment. I think this is my mantra. And praying, I always try. I believe in God. I believe in this higher self and the energy and the angels. I always ask for help also, because if I cannot manage with my coming emotions, for example, or something I feel not good, I always ask for help, for unseen help. For I pray, and I also give thanks always. The gratitude, it gives energy. Connect to nature. Do I also love to take myself on a date, just to give myself time, as I am a big traveler. As you know, I just, even now when everything is still not opened, I cannot travel, I take myself on some trip in Vilnius to see new place, to have a good sense, good coffee, or so. Or when I feel my body is very tired, I try to sleep. So I always observe how I feel, and I understand we need to take care of ourselves first, to nurture ourselves, I need to be my own mother, like to be full, to give and to share with the family, with my kids, with my husband, and in my work. So I try to totally feel how my body feels, how my emotional body feels, how and to give what I need in this moment. Yes. So I think it's not egoistic to put yourself first in terms of health, and energy and rest whenever it's possible. I know it's not easy. even to find time, like when you are with two kids and they don't go to school. I don't know, you can tell even more what you do, because me, I still have now more time when my child is in the school, you know. So I don't know how you manage. You can share also. This is very interesting.
We're interviewing you into making this interview for you.
Okay.
I'm sorry, like.
Okay. You will share in another
I
piece.
was sure you can make this like you can interview me now. Like,
Yeah. Okay.
because yes, it's hard, but I totally agree. It's like if you don't
Mm.
take care of yourself first, it's impossible. So at least,
Mm.
yeah, you need to say, well,
At
mommy,
least the body, yes, like some healthy food. You said you really look after what you eat, and
yeah,
yes.
it's been a long process.
Mm.
It's observing like everything, what I need to do, how am I feeling, what am I thinking, and yeah,
Mm.
I agree totally what you were saying.
On the same page. Oh, so cool. Yeah.
I love talking to you, and we're always, because yeah, like when I met you, I had no idea about anything about spirituality. It was not something important for me, and nothing. It was, for me, it was religion, and it had nothing to do with me. But I wanted to do this interview because you've been a very special person, and something that I admire and I honor about you is the way you look at the world. Since then, since when we were kids, because this was something that I always, you surprised me every time that we talked.
Mhm.
I was more used to be to look to the flaws, you know. It's something that I have in me, that also it was good for me when I was working or studying, like, okay, we need to change this, or this is not
Mhm.
good, and you know, and it
It's
was
very good.
a set of mind, like, okay, this is not right and we have to fix it. And you were always like, this is so pretty, this is beautiful, this is, oh my god. And I was like, no, Christine, no.
It is not beautiful.
So
Yeah, it helps, and it's both a blessing because when my mother was pregnant, she was all the time thinking about the beauty. So I think it's installed in my DNA. Really, it is. And still now, I see that I just have this program in me of beauty. I look for it. It's like the food for my soul. I just need to, when there is no beauty, I die. So I need to, it's like a flower, you know, like water for me, to try to find something beautiful, something nice. But on the other hand, now I have more experience, and these rosy glasses sometimes doesn't help, because now I'm developing discernment, what is really good, what is not, where my intuition becomes stronger, because I also experienced lots of lessons and challenges just believing that everything will be good, but it didn't turn out well, even though my intuition was telling that, please don't go there, don't do this, and I did it. You know, even my body was even shaking, don't do this. So I tried to listen more, because I have strong intuition and powerful dreams also. Lots of messages come for me in the dreams, and sometimes they are just showing the situation or the future, like my friend pregnant, for example, and I just have a dream she gives birth, or my father died and I had a dream that I was crying 3 days ago before he died. You know, everybody's having this. I think just we need to notice. Messages come everywhere even in the plates of the cars, it seems the universe is talking to you. I always listen, I always observe this consciousness. What is going on? And it's usually the future. Somebody, totally unknown person can tell you something, what is going to happen for you. Like, for example, when I was coming to Morocco, like 10 years or 12 years ago, to meet Khalid, in the passport, they said, you have Moroccan passport already, Moroccan husband? Even I didn't met him. So, you know, just when we listen, some future events can be told by other people. I don't know. I hope I don't sound too crazy. Do you experience that? No? Yeah, so this is what I noticed. So it's a blessing, but also we need to have a discernment. And when something is not good, to acknowledge it. It's not good, it's not beautiful. And just don't take this path, or don't be with those people. Yeah. And even sometimes it's crazy now, this spiritual market has become huge. And from spiritual people, I had one meeting that I came home that I was drained. I had to sleep for hours, and seems spiritual, but something is also not very good in the energy, you know? So it's also, you need discernment with the people who talk about love and light and blah, blah, blah. But thanks for the lessons. And just, I believe through the body, we feel through the heart. And yes, and to listen to that, to even the body senses, because it tells.
Yes, it does.
Mm.
Well, time's up. I love you so much. I love this.
Me
I love
too.
talking to you. It's like you know how to express what I feel, what I also believe. And I know, I also feel, I don't know about you, like, just to close this interview, like, my heart tells me that, we're going through a dark time, but as you said, there's a lot of good things happening also, right?
Yes.
And I think at the end, this is for the better good. Like, we're going through the tunnel, right?
Like the birth.
Yes.
Yes, I believe so, because the consumerism is going to be less, and I hope people will be more connected to their hearts. You know, I dream of this world, like I call it paradise, when people all are in this connection and love and thinking good about each other, and just being like a mandala of play. This is like, I experienced this in some festivals, like you said, it was in Sound and Silence Festival in Corfu. So it seems everyone plays its part, and it's a beautiful mandala, or just only positive vibrations. And well, I don't know, it's just I hope that, and I see in my friends, because I have beautiful circle of friends, and I cannot complain. I feel so connected and so happy, and people, there are lots of light people, and there is a lot of beauty and heart, and I hope there will be more. Yeah.
Okay. I love it. So thank you very much for your time.
Thank you. Muchas gracias.
Share your website so people can see through your eyes and your essence and your heart. You do a beautiful work. Thank you for your words and for sharing.
Yes, it will be my my Facebook page. It's Christina Yasudaite Photography.
Okay. Sweetie, I'm going to stop now.
Okay.
I love you.
Love you too.